Oh, we're recording. Hey everybody, welcome to our Epic Empire Wednesday night call. I know that some of you guys will be watching the recording, so I'm super pumped about this call because Erin is a little firecracker. She is on fire, and we're going to do a Q&A with her. But first, I want to do some recognition for those of you who are in Success Club for the month of June. I just heard somebody's voice, but I don't know what that was. Make sure you mute your lines. Here's somebody talking in the background. But for the month of June, we already have people in Success Club, which is awesome. I don't even know what today is. Today's the 8th. So your goal is by the halfway point of the month, you already get your Success Club out of the way, your challenge group is starting, and you can focus on pouring into your challengers and possibly recruiting. So Afton, you're looking really tan, girlfriend. That word will be tan. Not fair. Jealous. All right, so on the board, which is very important because it's the beginning of the month, and that's okay. Tara Conway, we have 2 points. Sarah Grimm, 3 points. Dina Bauer at 4 points. Jessica Morris, 2 points. Katie Burke, 2 points. Denise Hebert, you don't put your Hebert thing on, where's that? Hebert. 2 points. Kelly Slaughter at 2 points. Rebecca Schaefer, 2 points. Kathy Cho, 2 points. Leanne Brown, 2 points. Melanie Etheridge, 2 points. Kelly Smith, 4 points. Lisa Crichton, 2 points. And then myself at 2 points. All right, and already in Success Club, these people are leading the pack. Check, done, right? Erin McMillan, our guest speaker tonight, at 9 coaches and 8 points. What? That was converting a lot of challengers into coaches. And then Carla Perry at 8 points as well. So congratulations, Carla and Erin, for getting into Success Club early, checking that off your list, and having that time to really pour it into your challengers and your coaches. We have Summit coming up in end of July, and there is a incentive for Summit. I don't remember the exact details, but Billy Idol's going to be there for a concert. So any of you, I think it's 80s crazy music. Anybody into 80s music? Anyways, if you're going to Summit, Billy Idol's going to be there. And if you are Success Club 5 in both months with a combination of at least 15 points, you get an invitation to this. And if you have 10 points for May and June, then you get a $30 voucher for your drinks at the Billy Idol party thingamajiggy. So that was all in the National Wake Up Call this morning, and their FAQs are posted in the team page. If you're like, I need more details, I don't understand what you're talking about. We also have a separate Summit page for Epic Empire. So if you're not in that, you're attending Summit, make sure you get in there because that's where we post most of our details for and logistics for Summit. Somebody's line's unmuted. All right, let's see. New coach training is up and going. Don't just toss your coaches in there. Check and make sure, see if they have any questions. If they answer questions in the homework, comment on it and encourage them. So congratulations to you guys who are in there and actually doing the work. I see it, and I'm so thankful for all of you. So tonight's speaker is Miss Erin McMillan. Am I saying the last name right? I think so, right? Yeah. Erin is a newer coach. I mean, really new. She is Afton's personally sponsored coach. Afton is my coach, and has just really taken off with her own business. And I love that they work a lot as a team, but I'm excited we've heard Afton speak before, and I'm excited to hear Erin speak because she is coming from the mindset as a new coach who just decided to commit and is doing it. So, Erin, I am going to do this a little bit differently than our typical guest speaker. And I'm going to ask Erin a bunch of questions. I'm going to let her answer. And then I'm going to open it up to you guys. So if you have questions in your mind of oh my gosh, this girl's going diamond tomorrow. And she signed up what month?
February.
She signed up in February. And she's going diamond tomorrow. So she's obviously doing something right. Okay. I'm going to ask her questions that I have. But if you guys have something you want to ask her seriously, this is the time to write it down. Hold on, I have my questions here. I got to pull them up. Where are they? Hold on, they're coming. Oh, and my kids are getting disciplined really loudly. But if Daddy would just put them to bed. Erin, can you PM me? Because hold on. I just messaged a bazillion people and now I can't find my conversation with you.
Yeah.
Send me a PM because that has my list of questions. And Afton, was Erin a challenger at first?
Yes, she was.
And how did you, what was your approach? Like, what made her shine before you had asked her to become a coach?
Well, she kind of went about it the same way I did. Like, she just jumped all in with the little daily task and was really motivating, encouraging the group. And so I think that was the group that I actually ran with you because it was my first group as a coach. So we were both kind of like, rock star, future coach. And I'd have private conversations with her. And I think she was a little nervous at first. And I remember her saying like, okay, whatever, I'm jumping all in. And she did. So I think she signed up as a coach like before the group was even over.
Awesome.
Like just a couple weeks in. So
that's awesome. All right. Well, Erin, I'm going to let you share a little bit about your journey, who you are. Do you have kids? What kind of workouts and your results and things like that? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm a working mom. I work full time. I've got 2 little ones, so they're 2.5 and 7. And, we have, busy lives like everybody else does. My husband works full time. But I've always liked working out. I've never been consistent with it. I would do it so I could, lose 10 pounds and not always very healthy. I'd starve myself. I was really good at that for a while. And then, as soon as I would eat a donut, I'd gain it all back. But that's gone on since my second baby. I could never get it off and keep it off and be consistent with anything. But I've been friends with Afton for several years, and I kept up with her on Facebook, and I knew that she liked to work out, and she had a healthy mindset too. And I knew that she had some of the same struggles that I had. And I started seeing her post these really fun videos of her working out and seeing her funny pictures and stuff. And then she posted her first transformation picture, and it was, trust me, she didn't look bad to start with, but her first transformation, I was like, I messaged her right away. I was like, okay, you got to tell me what you're doing. And, she told me about 21 Day Fix, and that, she had started doing a accountability group, and I had never heard of anything like that. And I'm pretty active on Facebook, but I had never seen anybody posting anything like that before. So I was pretty interested in the group setting. And so, yeah, I just tried in with her and started 21 Day Fix Extreme. And I've been going since. I started as soon as I got the program. I started before the group did because I just didn't want to wait. And I've had really good results. And I've never been this consistent with anything. I would have already quit by now. I would say probably 2 months into anything, and I'm already done with it. So,
I think that's a huge part of why a lot of times why we should stay coaches is because it keeps us accountable to our own journeys. I can't imagine where I would be 3 years from now if I wasn't doing Beachbody.
Yeah, me either. I would have already called it quits.
Exactly.
Sure.
Careful with your hair. For some reason, I think it's hitting your microphone.
Oh.
Making a static sound. All right. So you joined Afton's group, and what made you decide to become a coach?
I really didn't even know what I was doing when I was just like, sure, if it's going to help hold me accountable. I had no thought of, actually. I thought, okay, I'll become a coach and I'll sell a couple challenge packs each month so I can pay for my Shakeology, because I knew I was going to stay with the Shakeology. And, it just started out that way. And I was like, I don't really want to post on Facebook. That made me so nervous. I was so worried about what everybody else thought of me. And, that was my biggest setbacks. That's the thing I feared the most, was having to post on Facebook.
I think I remember seeing one of your posts in our challenge group, and I messaged Afton, and I think you were already, maybe you were already a coach. I don't remember what it was, but I remember going, she needs to post that on her wall. And maybe I messaged you, and I'm like, can you post that on your wall? That's a great post.
Yeah, probably so. That was I'd make these posts, and then I would hit the post button and I'd throw my phone down and run away, and I wouldn't look at it for like an hour because I was, so afraid that nobody was going to like the post, or somebody was going to message me and be like, what are you doing? But I mean, I had to get over that. I don't care. They don't pay my bills. They're not going to help me be a stay-at-home mom one day. So it doesn't matter what they think.
Exactly. So how did you sell your first challenge pack?
Oh my gosh, I started sending out so many private messages, and that's how I still do it. I mean, I still post a pretty good bit. I don't post as much as a lot of people do, though, but I sent out a lot of private messages, and I had people that were interested, but the first person that actually jumped on board with me, she ended up becoming a coach too, and she's my most active coach. But it was a girl that I barely knew. I probably had not been in contact with her in, I'm going to say like 7 or 8 years. She's from my hometown, and I sort of knew her casually, but I had sent her a message because I think I saw her posting about struggles with weight loss or something, and I started that conversation with her, and I had to build on that. I didn't just jump right in with the, hey, buy a challenge pack, join my group, but it was basically through private message.
Awesome. All right. So you went from not wanting to share your messages to inviting a bunch of people. How did you get to that transition?
I really had to have a come to Jesus meeting with myself and say, screw everybody else. I really had to get over myself and get out of my own way. It wasn't easy, and that's still the biggest thing that I struggle with is the private messages, but that's why I go ahead and make myself do it. And I mean, that's what last month I sent out, like in 2 days, I sent out, I think it was like 66 private messages. And that's how I hit Success Club 20. I mean, I sent out a ton of messages, and I got ignored a bunch, but eventually a lot of those people came around too. And some of those folks are people that I started messaging back in February that have, maybe ignored me or just told me, no, not right now. And, they're just now coming around.
Now, when you say messaging them, what did you send them? Like what would be your first initial message to somebody?
If it's the first message, I'll say something like, hey girl, you may have seen me, I'll do the little chit chat first and catch up with them and talk about their cute kids and everything. And I'll say something like, you may have seen me posting about my, health and fitness journey. And I didn't know if it would be something you're interested in, but I've got a preview group that I just opened up, and, there's no strings attached, but if you want me to add you, let me know, and you can kind of check it out and see what it's all about. And a lot of times I get ignored, and I can see that they've read that message, but they don't say anything back to me. But a lot of times they're like, yeah, sure, add me. And, it just goes from there. I usually just make it a pretty simple, basic message nowadays. When I first started, I vomited all over them, and I was like, let me tell you step by step everything that I'm doing. I mean, it was kind of like, well, I even joined the preview group because I just told you every single thing that's involved. But now I just kind of keep it short and sweet, and just, ask them if they want to join the group.
So you're saying you weren't good at it first, and you did it so much that you actually became better at it, where you got results.
Yeah. I mean, those first messages were pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. So if you guys hear that, it's not always good at first, but you know what? The only way you're ever going to get good is if you start doing it repetitively every single day. You're going to get better at it and better at it. And it'll feel more natural because you'll feel more comfortable, and you'll be used to the setbacks or the questions that they're going to come back with, and be like, oh, I've gotten that question before. I know exactly what to say. But you won't get there if you don't do it. Awesome. So you're selling challenge packs, you're sending invites, and you're like, all right, cool. I got a challenge group going. This is fun. When did you decide to go Emerald, and what did you do to go Emerald?
Well, the very first thing I did, like this, I think it was the second day I signed up to coach. Afton showed me the reason I need to sign Jesse up, my husband. So I went ahead and signed him up, and I bought a challenge pack under him, which he works out, but he doesn't do anything with Beachbody. He, supports me, and he likes the paychecks that are coming in. So he's like, yeah, sure, I'll be your Emerald, or I'll be your coach, whatever. But he doesn't do anything with Beachbody. But I mean, he was my first coach that I signed. And it took about a month. I wasn't like a really quick Emerald, but my second coach came organically. She was my very first challenger that bought a challenge pack. It took a little bit of convincing. I think she just had she was skeptical. It was like, what are you trying? Are you trying to scam me? Is this a pyramid scheme? And, she finally saw, basically she started buying two Shakeologies a month. She was buying one for herself and one for her daughter. And I'm like, you are crazy, and Afton has a really good visual. It's a picture that breaks it all down and shows you the savings, versus being just a customer or a discount coach. And so I sent that to her, and she saw how much money she could be saving on 2 home directs a month. And she was like, okay, sign me up. And so I went Emerald. It took about a month.
Okay. So how did you decide to start your first challenge group? Like, at what point were you comfortable separating from Afton and doing your own thing?
I know definitely the first month, we did a group together, and it was Afton's group, and I added my challengers, and I just shadowed her and supported everybody in there. And I don't know, Afton, do you remember, like, maybe we may have still did a second group together before I was like, okay, I need to leave the nest now. I can't remember.
No, I'm pretty sure we did one together, and then you went on your own.
After the first one, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we work really closely together though. So I've never like felt alone in the journey, because I was really scared. I remember I was nervous about getting out and doing that first group, but I've just since I've started coaching, I've just had to start pushing out of my comfort zone. And like this call, when you messaged me and you're like, hey, can we do a little Q&A? And I was like, oh God, that sounds scary, but yeah, I guess I need to do that then. I've just started making myself do things that I wouldn't necessarily jump into,
That's a huge discipline to have, because it's most average, mediocre people aren't willing to get outside their comfort zone, whether it be inviting, whether it be starting a new fitness journey, or, quitting their jobs they don't get out of their comfort zone. And the only way to be really significantly successful is to be outside of your comfort zone. So I applaud you for that. That is huge. So now you're running these challenge groups. How are you duplicating that every month? Like, okay, it's June 8th and you have Success Club already. What are you doing? What's your practice? What's your rhythm every single month?
I send out a ton of private messages. I usually sit down about a week before I'm ready to start private messaging people. Well, I'd like to think I sit down a week before. It's usually like maybe 2 days before. And I go through like the last week to week and a half of my Facebook posts. And anybody that has liked any of my posts, especially if they've commented, but I don't get a lot of comments, but if they've liked a post, or if I've noticed that, they're posting like something, even if it's just something inspirational that they're, I'm thinking, hey, maybe, at some point they might be a good coach. I write them all down, and I start shooting out invites, and just, like I said, a lot of those people are follow-ups. People that have ignored me, I still send them each month. I mean, it bugs me that I get ignored, but at some point they may just, decide to jump on. So.
Yep. Awesome. I like that idea. So she's going back through her Facebook. She's sitting down, going back through her Facebook page and seeing who's liked all of her posts, writing their names down, who's commented, writing their names down. Anybody who's wrote something on her news feed with an inspirational quote, writing their names down and inviting those people to her preview group. And the preview group is where the information gets shared. She's not sharing it in a private message like at the very beginning, hey, join my challenge group. It's going to be $140 and here's my link. And don't do that, because that's what Road and Fields does, and it's awful. Okay. I have like one more question, and I think I'm going to open it up to the team. How do you find coaches? And what do you say to them to get them started? Because you signed 8 coaches this month. That's bonkers. That's way more than my average.
Okay, well, let's see, about a week ago, I think it was May 30th, my left emerald, canceled. She quit. It was my best friend, and I didn't even know she was, quitting. I knew she was struggling with her coaches, and, I thought she was just going to maybe be inactive, but she was going to be hanging in there. But I got an email that, hey, this person just canceled. And I was like, hold up, let me see what just happened, And she quit on me. And I was like, okay, that's the hardest part of becoming diamond, is getting your emeralds. And I had my emeralds and now I don't. So I think it just lit a fire in me. And I was like, okay, I've got to up my game. I have to stop giving these people a choice. I'm just going to start sending them to the cart. You're going to become a discount coach. That doesn't mean you have to do what I do, but you can if you want to. It's just going to get you a discount. And people are like, oh, okay, that sounds good. I did a video in my present group, and I've got a lot of people that are hanging on. They've been with me for 5 rounds, and they still haven't signed up. So I did a group, and I did a video, and I was like, I talked a lot about loyalty, and I'm really loyal to my girls. I respond probably way too quickly to their messages. I always respond to them, and I made sure that they realized how good I am to them. And I let them know that, by signing up as a coach, you're going to be helping yourself, because you're buying this stuff anyway every single month, but you're going to be helping me too. And, I deserve some loyalty. And I told Afton, I was like, oh my God, this video, I'm probably going to lose all my challengers. They're going to hate me. It sounds terrible. And I started getting private messages like, hey girl, okay, let's go ahead and sign up. So, I guess they just needed a fire lit under them too.
Wow, I never thought about doing that. That was ballsy. When I go back to look at it, it wasn't it was a lighthearted video, but I was just like, show me some loyalty, show me some love, I'm good to you, be good back. And after you've had somebody for 5 rounds, it's time to sign up as a coach. If you're still doing Shakeology, you need to be getting that discount. So, and they did. A lot of them have signed up. Another one signed up yesterday. So, is anybody on this call that signed up with you?
I don't think so.
Angel said she was going to call in, so you wouldn't be able to see her name. She might be one of those numbers. I don't know.
Okay. Angel, if you could unmute your line if you're on, that would be cool. All right, question time. Open Q&A for the team, because she's signing lots of coaches. She's hitting Success Club 20 in a month. She's going diamond, and she just signed up in February. So what questions do you have? And she's sitting at 66 invites in 3 days. What questions do you guys have?
I have a question.
Carol, go ahead.
Yes. You said that you are currently working outside of the house?
Yes, I do. I work full time.
Okay. So I'm just curious, how you manage your time, or you said you answer your coaches back right away, or how? Yeah. So I'm curious how you do that by working.
I work. I work from my cell phone, and I usually have it. I work in healthcare, but if I'm at my desk, I can, easily pick up my phone and check it. I've tried to start limiting myself to checking it every couple hours and not responding so quickly to them. But I mean, I always have my phone with me, so it's always just a click away. I can check it and get back with them, as soon as I need to or as soon as I can.
Good question. So you guys who are working full time, let's still make it happen. What else you got, Mr. Awesome? Questions, come on. Like, if you were in a private master, like, just show me your invite. Like, I want to see what you say to people. How do you get people to sign up as a coach? What do you do when they say they can't afford it? Like, come on. I know you guys have a ton of questions. You talk about this in Epic all the time. Don't be lazy.
That's what I was going to ask.
I think you just covered it, Jatana.
Yeah. What do your invites say?
Let me see. Okay. So this is a girl that I don't know that she's actually, I think she was a Hail Mary. Like, I just thought, hey, I don't think she's liked anything before, but maybe she liked something like one of my posts about my kids or something. I don't know. But I just said, hey, lady, I hope you and your beautiful crew are doing well and enjoying summer. I love keeping up with y'all on Facebook. And then I just go right into it. So you may have seen me posting about my health and fitness journey. And I wanted to let you know I just opened my new preview group and wanted to invite you to check it out. I know you're like me, a busy working mama and wife. This is just a great place to get the support and motivation we sometimes need. No strings attached. Would you like me to add you? And then she ignored me. And so then a couple days later, I sent something back to her and said, so what do you think, girl? You want me to add you to the preview group? And
she responded.
She ignored me again.
There you go.
But that's okay.
So you've done that similar message, obviously tailored to the person that you're talking to hundreds of other people. And some do respond and some ignore. I've had people ignore me for 2.5 years. And then they see my posts on Facebook consistently and they message me back, hey girl, I saw you were doing a fit by the 4th group. And I look at my last response and it was like September of 2013. I'm like, I invited you to a group back in 2013. Yeah. So awesome. So do you guys have more questions? Well, and I love that. If you could screenshot that and put it in Epic Empire, that would be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
You can read that. What else y'all got? This is super informal.
All right, I'll ask a question.
Thank you.
How long do you keep them in your preview group? Is that for a week, 3 days? Are you doing it like Jatana runs hers, or she does an open group where they can see what goes on and then says if you want in, reply?
Yeah, that's basically how I do it. We've been doing the preview this week. I got everybody added last week, and then there's still a few people that are jumping in, and they can click back through the post and everything. But I've been doing the preview this week, and then I'll do the call to action tomorrow or Friday, and go ahead and let them get their orders in. I'll probably let it go through Sunday, and then we'll start on the 20th.
Do you guys go ahead.
I was just going to say I usually do the week, do a week of preview and then the call to action.
Do you guys see how this has duplicated itself? I was consistent in doing a challenge group every 30 days. Afton joined my challenge group. She did amazing. I poured into her. I saw her potential. She signed up as a coach. She started doing challenge groups every 30 days. Erin joined a challenge group with her and got results, did great. She saw potential. She poured into her. Now Erin's running challenge groups every 30 days. You guys, if you're consistent in your own behaviors in your own business, and then you sign your coaches up from your challenge groups, and you teach them how to duplicate you and what you were doing, we have it all in place. It's not like they have to make up the posts. They can change them to suit whatever their personality is. But we have a system in place that we do every single month. Now, whether you do it is one thing, and whether, that's you running your own business. But it works, and that duplication process happens. And so now if you look at my organization, there's Afton. She's a diamond. Now she starts, now Erin. Now Erin's a diamond. And guess what? Erin's going to get a diamond, and it's going to keep growing. And that creates volume, and each person adds the volume, and that's where income is made. What other questions do you have? Sorry, that was a little tangent.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, Kate.
Hi. I have a question. I'm just a new coach, about a month in, and just Emerald. And
Hey, stop,
so
wait.
I'm trying. Yeah.
You're not just a new coach, and you're not just an Emerald, because that's a big deal, okay? So I want the positive talking. I am an Emerald coach, or I am a new coach, and I'm excited to be here, and I got a question.
I'm super excited, and I want to go diamond like yesterday. So, sorry, I have my white strips in. So, I want to know about the preview group, I guess. What kind of things do you post in a preview group? I don't remember joining a preview group, I guess. I just remember being in the challenge group. So, and that, I feel like that would help me, because when I'm sending out these personal invites, I am like jumping right on the, hey, come join my challenge group. So I think it would be easier to bring them into a preview group. So what kind of things do you post, or how do you go about setting that up?
So on the way Afton and I had started doing it these past 2 months, we do, like, on Monday, we do a motivation Monday, and just I'm trying to find my group now and see if I can.
You're welcome to share your screen, or your computer screen if you want.
But anyway, each day we do something different. Tuesday, we did Transformation Tuesday, and we showed, and I have, like, different transformations from past challengers, and they wrote up a little script, wrote their story, and I think that, all of them were coaches, so they just, let everybody know what got them motivated, why they started, what program they're doing. They gave their results, and then they had their awesome transformation pictures to post, their before and afters, and we shared those throughout the day. Today was Wednesday, What I Ate Wednesday, and so I just put together a collage of all the good food that we still get to eat, and showed all these full plates, and just let these future challengers know they're not going to starve on this in this program. It's not a diet. They're not going to be drinking all their meals. They're not going to be taking a lot of pills or wrapping their body in a bunch of crap. It's it's real stuff. They're going to be eating food and moving their bodies and getting results. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow, Afton? Let me see.
The unboxing.
Yeah, well, I'll do a video and post it in the group and show them just an unboxing of 21-day fix, so they'll see everything that they're getting. It'll be a good visual, and I'll just give them a little talk for a few minutes, and let them know what the group's going to offer, what I'm going to offer, what they can expect from me and from the other ladies in the group, how motivating it can be, and just let them know they can reach out if they have any questions. And then Friday will be the call to action, where I'll post the link, and they can go ahead and purchase the program.
Great, thank you. That's helpful.
Yeah, that's very similar to what I do. They've morphed it off of that, and I love it. So you guys are doing, I like your system to it, because I think I messaged somebody, and I was like, I can't remember what I post on day 2. Like, what am I supposed to do with your group? I've lost track of what I'm doing. What else? What other questions you guys have?
So how do you get your challengers to participate? The reason why I ask is I've had several challenge groups now, but it's always the same thing, and it's always one or two people who like actively participate in the challenges, and the rest are kind of like crickets. I have tried making it exciting. I've tried to make it funny. I do all of the challenges along with them, and it's just like, so I'm trying to, one, get active challengers, and two, it seems like that's also kind of running into recruiting challengers for my next group. It's just a whole lot of crickets, and I can't seem to figure out what it is that makes. I mean, I'm thinking maybe I should ask the people who are active what it is that keeps them active. Maybe that'll help me along the way, but I'd like to see from your point of view, how do you keep your challengers actively participating in challenges each day?
You know, I mean, I don't know. I think I've just, I mean, I've been really blessed. I always have a good group, and they pour their hearts into it. But I pour myself into them as well. I mean, if they show me that they want this and that they're gonna, go all in, I do the same for them. If I see that some are, kind of slipping, I haven't heard from them in a few days, or they haven't been active, I'll just give them a little call out, just a little poke, and say, hey, Crystal, where are you at? I'm looking for you, girl. And just, give them a little poke, a little nudge, and try to get them active again. But I mean, I've had groups where, some groups are just more active than others. And it is frustrating when you can't seem to get them to be as active as you want. But it's like I tell them in some of the videos, it's like, I want this for you and I wish I could do it for you, but I can't. I can just be here to support you and try to motivate you. But you're going to have to get your motivation from the same place that I get mine, and that is down deep. You just got to dig for it. And I feel you. It is frustrating when you just can't seem to get them to participate. But it's like, I don't know. I think I've been really lucky, and I've filled my groups pretty well. I mean, I hit Success Club, so I have at least 5 new challengers each month, and they play off of each other too. A lot of them don't know one another, and it's just they get competitive with it.
Somebody asked, or Rebecca Schaefer asked, do you do this nudge in the group or in a private message?
A lot of times I'll just do it in the group, and it's just tagging them in a message like, hey, Ashley girl, where are you at? I'm looking for you. And, most of the time they're like, hey, I'm sorry, I went out of town, or, I've been sick, or, I had to take my little one, da, 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 da. And, it's very playful. I'm not, I would never, be rude, and if it's somebody that I thought wouldn't appreciate that, I would just, send them a private message and do it that way.
Do you just preview 21 Day Fix, or do you do any other programs?
Yeah, so far I've just done the fix.
And that's because that's what you use, or?
Yeah, well, I do that, and then right now I've been doing hammer and chisel, but I think right now 21 Day Fix is just so well-rounded for everybody. I mean, and that's another thing I always toss in there, that it doesn't matter if you can barely get off the couch, or you can do cartwheels around the entire yard. I mean, it's a good level for anybody.
Yeah, and that's why I only do 21 Day Fix preview groups, because I feel like it's a great starter program for everyone. Into Beachbody, it's shorter, so they don't feel like they're doing it for 60 days, something like Hammer and Chisel, where it's a lot longer. So I can really pour into them for a short period of time, get the behavior started, see if they're potential coaches, or see if they're loyal customers for life, and then, graduate them into the next level of program if they want to do that, or they can do several rounds of the 21 Day Fix.
Yeah.
So. What else? Anybody else? Oh, Kathy, somebody had a question. No, I already answered it.
Corinna, I think it says Corinna Dunn, says, how do you handle those who think you should be doing all of this for free?
That I should be doing this for free? I tell them no.
I haven't had that objection yet.
No, yeah, I haven't had anybody to, I don't know. Well, I have had, I've had a couple challengers that already had, they had ordered from Beachbody or they had ordered from Amazon or whatever. They already had the program. They just didn't have Shakeology. And so I went ahead and let them, get into the group, and I just had them change over to me as their coach to keep them in the group. So they didn't actually purchase anything from me. And now those two have just turned coaches. So, and they're, doing Shakeology each month. But I will say last month when I hit Success Club 20, I did something that I had never done before, and I required a challenge pack. And it was just because I was getting so frustrated with people not wanting to do the Shakeology. And I mean, I know a lot of you have probably had objections too, and people think it's pricey and they don't even want to give it a try. But I basically said, you have to give it a try, folks. This is the whole reason that I'm here. It's part of my journey. I drink it every single day, and that's how I've gotten these results that you are wanting to get. So you got to try it once, and if you don't like it, that's fine. You can cancel it, but you got to try it this first time. And I was kind of scared to do it, and I thought, well, if it doesn't work, it's fine. I won't do it again. But I mean, it worked. So I don't know. It was scary, but and it worked better than I thought it would.
Yeah. And Dina Wells asks, how do you respond to something being too expensive? Like, oh, I can't really afford that right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we get that a lot, and I just got something the other day, and a lot of times people say, it's not right now. They don't really say no. It's just, I can't afford it right now, but it's something I really would like to try. And I'm like, well, do you care if I just, keep inviting you? I'll invite you every month when I do a group, and when the timing's right, you can jump on board with me. And it's almost always a just not right now. They don't usually say no. I'm not doing it. It's too expensive. It's not worth it. But I go back through my messages each month, and I'm like, okay, well, let me try her up again and see if it's her month, especially since this month it's the special. So I try to stay consistent with them, and just keep inviting them, because 1 month it's going to be their time and they're going to be ready to do it.
And I've had a bazillion, I can't afford it right now, or we just went on vacation to Disney and we can't afford that right now. I get it all the time. Like, y'all, I'm getting the same excuses, but I'm overcoming those excuses too. And a lot of it is, one, your social media is consistent. You're showing that you're being consistent with it. You're showing you're getting I have another transformation that's going to come out in 30 days with a before and after. You guys have to be showing your own personal transformations. That is huge for belief. People will not believe your words if you're not giving the proof in the pudding. You know what I mean? Showing them that you're getting a transformation. You have to be sharing your own personal stuff. And then I love to ask the right questions with people. When I am doing a private message with someone and I'm talking to them, I love to dig in. Why are they even interested in the fitness journey? Before they know about the price, I don't even answer price questions. I only do relational questions. I let them check it out in the preview group, and they can decide there. But my interactions with them at first are going to be, why do they want to do this fitness journey? How is their nutrition? And I've preached this a million times, but we have new coaches on here. How is their nutrition, and what do they feel is their biggest obstacle? And guys, when I ask those questions, I always get like a paragraph, 3 paragraphs back. Most of the time, it'll be like, well, I used to be 220 pounds, and then I had a baby, or I had a miscarriage, my husband divorced me, and I don't have time to cook meals, so I have to eat out. Actually, I think I eat out okay. I think I eat okay. Like, I get the whole story, and my biggest obstacle is this and that. And I break that down and I listen. I don't just like start spewing off like, well, you should do 21-day fix. It's $140 off till this month and jump a challenge group. I don't do any of that. I say, awesome, Rachel. Okay. What I hear you saying is you are struggling with like meal prepping and meal planning. You're going throughout your day. It's so busy. You've got 5 kids and you just cannot like come up with a plan for yourself. So you're going on the whim and eating at Chick-fil-A drive-thru, or you're ordering pizza for your kids. And I understand that. That is hard. That is a hard place to be. But what I have found that works for me is having a plan. And what I'm going to do in this group for you is I'm going to show you a way to meal plan that's going to work for your life. And the Shakeology, it's going to sound crazy, but it's quick and it's easy. And it's 1 meal a day you don't have to think about that you know is going to be good for you. And then they tell me about their weight loss journey. Well, you're going to have literally like a personal trainer working out with you every day, 30 minutes a day. You don't have to come up with it. You don't have to get on the treadmill. You don't have to go to the gym and get MRSA. Like, you're gonna, sorry, it's out there. Right? It's one of the big reports now. But you're going to have that in your home. And guess what? I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to be right there holding your hand and making sure that you accomplish this. And I basically tailor everything that I'm going to say based on their conversation of why they would want to do it, so that when they get to that price, I have painted a picture for them of hope, and the point of this is actually going to work. And so I don't usually get a lot of objections after that. If it literally is they can't afford it, then that's a physical thing that I can't change. And when they can, they know that I'm there and they'll come to me. But if it's a price objection because of belief, I will make sure I do my darnest best job to wipe out belief and make sure that they really, really, truly know that I'm going to help them with what they need. And like I said, if it's a price objection because they really can't afford it, then there's really nothing you can do. You're not going to be able to convince them any other way. You just keep loving on them, keep building the relationship and rapport. And when finances happen and they can do it, because you have continued to build a relationship with them, they'll come back to you. Or they might have a friend that's like, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight. You should talk to my girl, Jana. She does this like challenge group thing. I get so many referrals from people who aren't even doing my challenge group because they've sent somebody to me and they messaged me. And I mean, Afton was a referral from her mom who sent her to me because she thought she'd want to join one of my groups or do something that I'm doing. So, don't let price objections. It's becoming a dead horse, guys. It's going to happen. You tackle it. But if you are building a relationship with somebody and you're asking the right questions, you have to be able to paint that picture of belief for them that what they're going to look like in 21 days, what results they're going to get, and continue showing your journey, because that's what's going to inspire them to want to change. I need to look at the chat. I just went off on a tangent. What if they say I do jazzercise or Weight Watchers? Thanks anyways. Then you know what I do? For me, I write that name down and I write jazzercise. Fabulous. All right. Let me message you back in 4 weeks. And I want to know, hey, Kate, I know you've been saying you were doing jazzercise. That is so fun. I've never actually tried those classes out. I hope you're having fun with it. How's it going? Like, what are you doing? Like, how much weight have you lost? It's been 4 weeks since we last talked. Most of the time, now if they've lost weight, then applaud them, be their biggest cheerleader. Don't be like, oh, well, that sucks. Okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. Like, support them because they might be your next coach. But most of the time, they're going to say, well, yeah, I don't get to go all the time, or my kid got the flu and we haven't been in like 6 days and whatever. So, and that's when you can reintroduce the prospect of joining a preview group because they get to do it at home and they don't have to go off. But don't let that be a setback of them doing Weight Watchers or whatever. Just cheer them on and check in with them a few weeks later. There's a bunch of other stuff. When do you say when you follow up each month? That's for you, Erin. When do you say?
I can't really hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. It says, when do you say, I'm not sure, wait, what do you say? I was like, what do you say when you follow up each month?
Let's see. Usually it's just, I kind of check back in with them. Let me see if I can find something real quick. I usually just check back in with them and say, hey, I hope everything's going good. I've got a new preview group coming up, and I didn't know if maybe this is the month you want to jump on with me. Let me add you to the group. You can see what it's all about. Or if, maybe I added them to the group previously and they just didn't jump in with me, I'll just, love on them a little bit and see how things are going, and invite them to come back in and check it out.
Very good. You guys all look dead. Nice smile. All right, let's take a team picture real quick so that we can post it on our social media, because we like to talk about coaching on our social media, right? So I'll show this in Epic Empire and you guys can use this picture, or you can take your own. All right, hold on. There's 2 pages. Next page, smile. Perfect. So I'll put that in Epic Empire, and you guys can share that on your wall, and you're not going to tag each other. You're going to say, oh my gosh, I just had so much fun learning about my coaching business and being inspired and being surrounded by motivational people and all that stuff. If you guys have any aha moments, post them in Epic or your team page if you have a different team page. Thank you so much, Erin. Congratulations. You're going diamond tomorrow. Everybody clap. Woo, she's going diamond tomorrow. That is so exciting. Afton, you're going 1-star qualifying. Yay! I think we have a few emeralds happening tomorrow as well, so we're super pumped. And week 5 of 10-star qualifying, which has been like deathly, but it's happening. We're making this thing happen because we want to have a blowout diamond retreat with that big old $13,000 bonus they give. What else? Oh, I'm in day 8 of Country Heat. I've lost 3.5 pounds. I had a little pudgy belly. You guys might not think it, but closed hide pudgy belly as well. And because Josh went out of town for 2 weeks, and I think I had 4 bottles of wine. So I gained a little bit of weight, and I actually, I think I got really comfortable. I know some people will be like, I'd like to have your before picture. I get it. But you know what? I do have a transformation. My day 1 to day 7, you can already distinctly tell I'm enjoying Country Heat. It is a fantastic program for somebody who's like, I don't want to lift weights. I don't like working out. I just like jazzercise people, you know what I mean? Or somebody who has a lot of weight to lose and just getting up and moving is difficult, and they don't want to think about their arm of doing this, you know what I mean? It is a lot of fun. I don't look at the clock at all. Okay, I see questions. I don't look at the clock at all. When I'm working out, I'm like just focusing on the moves. It's a lot easier than size. Because it's line dancing, there's a lot of like, go this way and then do it this way. It's just, size is a lot more like hip hop, and I can't do it. The meal plan is the 21-day fix. I believe it's not any different. They gave it to us in like a paper pamphlet, so it's not anything official. But I'm pretty sure it's exactly like the 21-day fix. Guys, transformations are about your food. Like, honestly, I love Beachbody programs, and they're amazing. And PiYo is amazing because it gives you definition. And 21-Day Fix Extreme gives you muscle, and Body Beast gives you muscle. But honestly, there's a lot of programs across this whole world that you could do. But the 21-Day Fix, like meal plan, portion control is where it's at, and Shakeology. If you're doing those 2 things and you're working out, you're going to get the body that you personally want. But if you're just doing the workouts to be able to post a workout and you're not eating right, like that's a testament, because I was doing the workouts and I was eating like crap and drinking the wine, having a glass of wine every night, Dina. I saw you sipping on your glass of wine. I was doing that, and I was gaining weight. I was still doing the workouts, but I wasn't following the meal plan, and I started to gain weight. So following the meal plan is huge. So if you guys are struggling with your transformations, you have to reel it in with what you're eating, because that is 70% of it. Did you guys have
Are
any?
you going to run a challenge group for that? Like, I know you only do 21 Day Fix group. So what's your plan? Like, I have no idea how I'm going to market this. So I don't know if I should plan to do a group or I tried to do that with 22-minute hardcore, and I would get new people. And I'm like, no, you need to start with 21 Day Fix, and the portion control container. So just curious.
So 22-minute hardcore doesn't have portion control?
It has a meal plan, but it doesn't like come with the containers. It breaks it all down, but you have to, there's no like measuring. You have to portion everything out yourself.
Yeah. I didn't market 22-minute hardcore because I knew it. I didn't feel like it connected with my audience. So I will do what I did before. Example, PIO. PIO connects to my audience. It's not a program that I necessarily do, but I hit Success Club 72 when PIO came out. Like I sold 20 challenge packs in like a day. It was crazy. But there is a way to do new product launches that is really, really effective, and I probably need to do a whole call around that. But I start building my list, my Country Heat test group list. I call it a test group because that's what it is. It's the first time I've ever ran challengers through Country Heat. And so I find people, and the nice thing about Country Heat is it's not just like 21 Day Fix or 22-minute hardcore. It's not just a workout program. A person who says, I want to do Country Heat wants to do Country Heat because it's Country Heat. You know what I mean? They want to do it because it sounds fun to them. So you're going to find those people who potentially want to do Country Heat and write them in a long list. Keep tabs of their names. There's actually an email collector that you can use with your coach ID. And Nicola can post the email collector information in Epic Empire. Where people would automatically get emails from Beachbody, and when they're ready to order, it'll go to your coach ID. But new product launches are a whole gorilla that I love if I'm into the program, and I'm going to run a challenge group for this, and it'll be a test group, and I'll probably do it team-wide, not private for just me, because I might only have like 7 people. I don't know how the response is going to be. But the nice thing is you guys can promote like, hey, the girl in the program is going to be running this group, and she was in the coach test group, and these are her results. You'll be able to share my personal results, and I'm going to be in the group with them. So we'll run this as a team. It'll be Epic Country Heat test group, and they get to submit their before and afters to get entered into the quarterly prizes that Beachbody sends out, and they get a Country Heat t-shirt after they finish the program. So I really emphasize that during a test group. Does that make sense?
How would you suggest we start kind of, I have no idea I've never talked about Country Heat, so I don't know, like you're doing it now, so you have a lot to talk about. How do you recommend the rest of us talk about it?
Well, it's
like share the video. Like, I don't really know.
Share a YouTube video of Country Heat and have a good
with Carl in a cowboy hat.
Yeah, that one's kind of cheesy. There might be other ones.
Okay.
Or you could do a Beachbody on-demand video like I did my workout videos. Afton, you know how to do those with iMovie. Try Country Heat on Beachbody On Demand when it comes out, if it's not already out, and do a video and then save that video so you can reuse it again and have a good post with it saying, if you're interested in joining our Country Heat test group that's going to start on August 8th, I don't know, whatever a few weeks after it comes out, August 8th, please message me or please fill out this Woofu form. I used to do Woofu forms whenever that came out because it was the easy way for me to keep track of everybody. But, and that's probably what I'll do for Country Heat as well.
Google Forms too. I'm going to start doing that next month.
Yeah. I think when I did PIO, the PIO one, I had 365 people that apply to be a part of my PIO test group. Never actually done PIO myself. Sorry, Dina. But it was a hit program. So I think people are going to be excited about it. It's not hard. Today was hard. Today was a double, and I was literally dripping in sweat. But yeah, sorry. I'll do a call about a new product release. where it'll lay everything out, exactly a plan of action of how to, but you guys have to start talking about it on your page if you plan on marketing. I'm not saying all of you have to market it. It might not be like anything you even care about. But if it's something you think your audience might like, if you have somebody that needs to lose 100, 200 pounds, it's a great workout. Like, you should see some of the results of these ladies that are in the group. They're dropping like 13 pounds a week. It's insane. Hold on. When does it come out? It comes out at Summit. So the week of Summit. I'm not sure the actual day. Exactly, Kate. So if your audience is going to like it, then you need to start talking about it in some way that's cute.
I think the Beachbody On Demand is June 20th.
Yeah.
Anybody else heard that? I think that's when it is.
Nicola, can you post when they're going to do a network-wide Beachbody On Demand of Country Heat?
Yes, I will do that.
Mm-hmm. And then if you guys are planning on being a part of the Epic Test Group and you're going to add people to it, I highly recommend you guys doing it that day and making a really cute video. Please don't make a terrible video of you going in slow motion looking all awkward. Like, make it fun and enticing. I've seen some other videos in the test group, and no, I can't. I was going to share something, but I can't.
Hey, Afton. So there was, I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago in my email, I got a Beachbody email. If you scroll down, they have a newer video of the Country Heat. I actually shared that because it's a lot less cheesy than the other one is. But I shared that with the emailer, along with the emailer. If I can find that email again, I can send it to you.
So you just put like the email collector, it's like a link or something? I mean, I've never done that. The email collector?
I think I got the email collector from my my back office.
I didn't just put the email collector. Like, I had a picture. When I said I was going to be in the coach test group, I had put the email collector link in there so that people could submit their email to it, so that when it came out, Beachbody will actually send them emails about Country Heat and when it's released. The email collector is good, but I like to control it. I don't want them to just go order it. Like, I want everybody to order all at one time. We all start on the same date. I don't want it to like trickle in like weirdness. So, you can unrecord, Nicola. Sorry.